welcome to another episode of, I guess it's not a Life with Stephanie, it's your Facebook questions answered. This is where Ken will post a little question on Facebook saying, hey, do you have any questions for Stephanie to answer on video? So that's what I'm doing. Now, Facebook, they don't usually, we have like over 10,000 fans on Facebook, but when we post, sometimes it'll tell us that only 300 get to see it. So make sure you check out our wall. You can also request to get notifications. That will tell you whenever we post on our wall so you can see it, because sometimes you miss what we're posting and it's kind of sad. So our first question right now is going to come from Nadia. She says, is there a process in which you determine what designs are going to be a club set and which ones are going to be special releases? Also, where do you draw the most inspiration for your designs? That's a good question. The club sets have to be very general in theme. So for example, we don't come out with boy robots with playing the saxophone, because what if you didn't have any little boys in your life? And it has to appeal to 99% of the people. No matter what, there's some people I can't make happy no matter what. You know how that is in life. But I want to make as many people as possible happy. So for example, one time on accident, you know our turkey stamp set, I wanted to make that a club set. And literally I was sending it to the machines to be made, and I realized, whoops, we have international customers. They don't do turkeys at Thanksgiving because they don't have Thanksgiving. Canada has something similar, but you know what I mean. So I was like, we can't do a turkey set for Thanksgiving. So it has to be very general in theme. We do have a lot of international customers, so we have to make sure that we appeal to as many people as possible. So it's going to always be very general in theme. Where do I get my inspiration? Everywhere. Everywhere. One time for an embossing folder, I got an idea from, I think it was the wallpaper at one of the hotels we stay at. I can't even tell you which hotel it was, but I take a picture of everything that just sparks even this much something out of me. And it might never become anything. It might become an embossing folder. It was funny, a year later I went back to that hotel because we went to the same event, and I'm like, there's my embossing folder. So of course it was similar but different, but you never know where inspiration is going to be. And literally I find it everywhere. Last time I found one it was an ad for refinancing your house in the newspaper. And I'm like, whoa, that'd be a cool stamp set. So I obviously don't take that design, but I use that theme to make a stamp set. So it's kind of cool. You never know. You never know. I mean, let's see. Lynn wants to know how stamps are made. She'd love to see it. Well, I would love to share it with you. The problem is we do some, as you probably know, we make our own stamps. And there's only 2 factories in the United States that use the resin that I would put my name on, and one's another, we love him, and we're the other one. So I can't show you how we make the stamps because we use a lot of technology that no one's ever done before, so it's kind of like we have some special things that we do. But they start off with, first it's a computer program. I mean, I use Photoshop and Illustrator, and I create the artwork, then we create the negative, so it's like a film negative, kind of like back in the olden days when we had film cameras. And then those 2 negatives go onto a special machine. So first we have to make the negatives. That takes, first you have a computer, then it takes 2 machines to make the negatives, and then it takes the exposure unit, and then you have the reclaim unit, then you have the wash, and then you have the post-expose. But technically you have to wash it first, and then you put it into the dryer, then you put it into the post-expose, then you put it back in the dryer. So really it's 7 machines before we get to take it to the cutters to cut it, trim it, and put the labels on. So they don't come with the black labels on. Oh, I can't show you that, sorry. Ooh, that was a stamp set that isn't out yet. It doesn't come with the black labels on it. Then we have employees that put the black labels on it. So we have another machine, so really 8, because the label machine has to make the labels. So it takes 8 machines. It's a big process. It takes approximately, once the negatives are made, about an hour and a half to make a stamp set, and because it has to go through all the machines. And then it takes time to cut it and then trim it and then package it. So it's a big process. You'd think it would just be one machine, you press the button and you're done, right? Not quite. I wish it was like that. And the machines are expensive, but oh well. Let's see. Becca wants to know, will previous card kit club sets ever be available? No, not on the website. Maybe future ones might be. Never say never. I've learned not to say never. August and September are completely long sold out. We upped our orders, so we have more of October. I don't know, but I don't know. I can't answer that because I don't know. Isn't it crazy to say? But maybe someday, But some of the components that are in the kits, eventually, if we have extras, eventually will be added to the website on a limited time basis. So if you ever go to the embellishment section and you see something you like, buy it. Because once we run out, we don't reorder that. Once it's gone, and we're moving on to the next thing. So embellishment section on the website is limited edition. Let's see. Can you make more videos of you playing, creating, or at least the design team creating with our products? I'm trying to do more videos of me actually playing the kit clubs. I do a card on those, and we have the 30-second card, of course, and I try to demonstrate the products. I do demo a lot when we travel, so most of the time when we're traveling, I do demo a lot because that's big time important to demo all those products. And then Kathy wants to know how I came up with the naming system for our dies and stamps. Well, the dies really don't have a naming system. They're just like crayon dies, frog dies, banner dies, boring. I'm not creative enough on my names. The stamp ones, all but one have a number in them. There's a trivia for you. Yeah, all the stamp sets except one have a number in them. And how that started was our first stamp set ever that we did was Back to Basics. So I thought, wouldn't it be cool to use the number 2? And I'm all, wouldn't it be cool to make it one word? So it's back, the number 2, basics. So it's one squished in word, all lowercase. So I'm all, that's cool. So then the next month, it was Back to Basics, then it was Thanks to Fall. So I'm like, let's continue with that number system, Thanks to Fall. Cool. Then the next one was, I think, Joy for Christmas. I can't believe I remember these, 5 years ago. Joy for Christmas, so that was easy. I did capitalize, of course, Christmas because that's important. But we always try to stay lowercase unless it's a Christian-based stamp set and it needs to be uppercase. There's one stamp set, though, I wonder if you can find it, that does not have a number in it. And that's kind of where we've gone with that. I've gotten into some trouble because some of them are just like, I don't know, so it's banner to stamp. It's froggy to stamp. Yeah, I mean, I kind of run out of some. I'm kind of bad, but whatever. I try. So let's see if we can find some more questions, because Kenny said there was 2 spots of questions on Facebook. Okay, here's some more. Let's see. Are you going to make some military stamps with dies? Oh, my son soon to be sons is in the U.S. Navy. Well, Allison, that's awesome. Thank you, your sons, for their service. At this time, I don't have any plans for military. There's licensing issues involved, and I have to be very careful with using things like that. But tell your sons thank you. That's fabulous that they're doing that for their country. Shirley, why do I get an outline like line when stamping with your white ink? More like 2 lines with a blank center. That sounds like you have too much ink on your white ink pad. So what you're going to want to do, Shirley, is take some of that ink off, and then you'll get a more solid image on the white ink pad. Mary, what is the difference between alcohol-based dyes and water-based dyes? Can you mix alcohol stamp pads with water-based markers? You know what? I am not a colorer, so I don't know enough about alcohol markers and ink pads. That's more of a Copic kind of thing, and there's a lot of other alcohol markers out there. I stick to the water-based because that's just what I do. I'm lazy. I can't color. I'm not a good colorer. Trust me, they've tried to teach me. I am not good at it. Trace, which cutting sets work together? For example, which accessory Sizzix card sets can be used with the accessory sets? Which accessory Sizzix card sets? I don't know if I understand the question. I think it's lack of food. I haven't eaten all day. I'm not sure I understand the question about what works with what, but if you go to our website and click on, like, let's say you're looking at exclusive dies or you're looking at Sizzix products, if you click on the picture, a whole new page is going to come up and it's going to show the product. It's going to show if there's a gallery involved to it. It's going to show coordinating products at the bottom, and it's going to show samples of using that product. So click on the item that you're interested in combining with, or making sure everything matches, because everything does go together. So depending on what goes with what, you're just going to click on that item, and all the items that are coordinating with that will come up at the bottom on that page. So, and there's usually a video attached to every product too. So do that, and that'll help you figure out what goes with what. Mia wants to know if I will make some Spanish stamps. Unfortunately, Mia, I don't have enough of a customer base for Spanish stamps. I know there are companies out there that do Spanish stamps, which is fantastic. It's just that I kind of mentioned, I think before, that I have to appeal to our entire customer base. And even though we have stamps, I mean, we can make our own stamps, we have to know that we can sell X amount before we make a stamp set, before we invest the money into making a stamp set. So unfortunately, I don't have enough of a Spanish base to make Spanish sets. But there are stamp sets out there that are in Spanish, which is awesome. And you probably just want to try Google. So thank you so much for joining me for your Facebook questions answered. I hope I answered your question. If not, next time we do this, you can ask a question and we will answer it. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.